Water Buffalo TM is back with another Buff Talk.
3, 2, 1. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Old School Matt here. We're back with another Buff Talk. Today, we're joined by a secret guest on the podcast. Special person, very famous person.
Special needs.
Lawrence Gensoli. What's up, Lawrence?
It's great to actually have you invite me back after, not being invited for the last, 4 times.
Yeah, Lawrence wanted to come on the podcast. He kept asking me so many times. I said, fuck, fine, whatever, dude. I'll have you on the podcast.
Yeah, bro, please.
His parents paid me $200 to hang out with him for a couple hours, so
this money worked well spent.
I got to do my duties. But yeah, no, we wanted to do a podcast today. Lawrence and I wanted to get together, and we wanted to talk about a couple different things, but something we wanted to kind of discuss on a kind of like breaking news was that Liver King is not a natty. What did you think about that, Lawrence?
Wow. Honestly, bro, you can't really tell. It's not a huge surprise. But just look at, the figure of his body and his shape and everything. You can easily tell that he was on steroids.
Yep.
Or some form of, whatever.
PEDs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, respect to him.
Progressing every day. PEDs.
Yeah. Respect to him to admitting and, coming out clean. But you weren't really fooling anyone.
That's true. I guess one of the things we wanted to talk about on the podcast was kind of like that, and that whole thing about fake natties and stuff for some time and whatever. But did you ever actually believe that he was natural, or you always thought he was on steroids?
I mean, I've only found out about Liver King not too long ago.
Oh, really?
And my first
when we got sick. Yeah. We'll tell that story too.
And my first song was bro, no, I could just tell that he wasn't natty. Just look at him, bro. You can tell the difference from someone who is natty and who is not. I mean, majority of the time you can tell.
Yeah.
But with him, it's kind of obvious that you can kind of see all the veins are popping out, the shape of his abs or just the whole just all the little details that just kind of just pops out. You can easily just kind of figure out and say, all right, this guy is easily on some shit.
What was the biggest thing? You said his abs?
Not really his abs. It's just, just the deformity of how shredded he is, in the size, all over.
Yeah.
His whole body, pretty much.
I think the abs.
The abs too is I think that's probably one of the biggest things I saw because how perfectly defined he is, with his shape too. I mean, I'm saying that there are natty people that can have the same thing, but with the whole detail with the lowest, he was very low percent body fat. You can easily tell.
100%. Wait, can you bring the mic a little closer, by the way?
Yeah. This better.
Choke on it.
That better?
But yeah, that's good. The abs for sure, the way they're defined, but also I don't know if you ever realize bodybuilders have that gut. Have you ever seen bodybuilders that have that stomach?
The big gut, whatever.
Kind of sticks out the bubble gut.
Exactly. It's exactly what it looks
he kind of has the same thing. And
yeah.
A lot of people say that's from taking growth hormone, and that's what he was I guess that's what allegedly he had been accused of taking was growth hormone. A lot of bodybuilders have that pregnant look. They look, not that they look pregnant, but if they let their stomachs hang out, they look kind of pregnant almost.
Exactly.
Yeah, almost like a Ninja Turtle thing. I never want to take away anyone's hard work and say that someone's not natural because maybe they are, but the chances that, it's just compared to other things, the chance that someone has a 14-inch cock is what, 1 in a million maybe? Probably, no, not even, probably 1 in a billion.
Never know.
So what is the chances that this guy was natural? Probably very little, very low. Also, I think that it takes a lot to look like that, you said, year round and shit. So it's tough. But yeah, if anyone had asked me before, I usually just I have no idea. But more than likely than not, he was definitely taking some shit. But he came out.
Did you watch the video? Because there's a YouTube video when he talked about.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
I didn't watch it. So what made him come clean with everything?
He said that he wanted to, I guess the reason why he did it was because he wanted to inspire people to be like him, even though you can't really be like somebody if you don't take the steroids. So he just didn't want to discourage kids from looking the way he wanted, like, you know what I mean? Like if he told people that he wasn't natty, then he said that kids would like feel discouraged and like that they couldn't do it. Also, he didn't want to influence kids, like young kids, to take steroids, which kind of makes sense because if someone, you know, out there that you look up to is taking shit and you look up to them, you probably at a young age would do dumb shit and take stuff to look like that person. But I think it's better that he just comes clean because he's also selling like a fake lie, you know what I mean? Like he's selling like his supplements and selling his lifestyle. I'm not saying that they're bad. I think they're good from what I've known. Like his lifestyle and shit, the way he eats, the way he trains and stuff is good. He trains twice a day. He's, you know, eats a lot of healthy foods, depending on who you talk to. But yeah, he kind of like selling a fake lie, and that's why a lot of people were pissed. Is because like he kept claiming Natty, and that the reason why he looked the way he looked was because of like his lifestyle and shit, but in reality it was because he was taking
I never watched any of his videos, or I never seen any of Liver King's videos, so like I didn't know that he would claim himself natty or not. So I thought he would just be talking about like with his shirt off and just kind of like just like show off like his look and his figure. But when he kind of came clean with everything, I was like, oh, I thought like people already knew he wasn't natty or whatever. But I mean, I respected him for coming clean a bit, but I never seen how he trains or anything like that. So like, I'm not.
You don't follow him on Instagram?
Not really.
Not a fanboy?
No, I don't really care for much for him. But like, I mean, I don't really respect and like belittle just for that. I just didn't really know much about him. No, it's like the biggest thing. Like I'm like reading it like all over social media. Not really like the biggest thing, but like at least in the fitness community of like social media.
Yeah, I mean, people were pissed because he always denied it. Like he said it like a lot. Like he'd be like, "No, I don't take steroids. I don't do this." The reason why I look the way I look is because of my supplements and the way I eat. So it's kind of like a lie.
Dude, I hate people who are like that, bro.
Yeah, so
just tell the truth.
I know.
Like honestly, we could tell that you're lying or not.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is like it just takes away from like his defense, which is I guess it's good defense, but I would rather someone just be honest. Like I said, he didn't want to influence kids to take drugs and stuff.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like he was making a shit ton of money selling this dream about like being, you know, this looking like this dude, but all you have to do is just take liver pills and shit, and you'll be jacked. You know what I mean? Kind of a lie.
Did Aaron Singerman go to jail for having like anabolic steroids like on his supplements?
Yeah, but I don't think Liver King has any anabolic steroids.
No, he does. Yeah. But what was the supplement that Aaron put his steroids in?
I don't want to like misstep or say the wrong thing, but I think what happened was that they were selling like pro hormones or something, and you know what pro hormones are?
Yeah.
And I think that at the time they had mislabeled some of their supplements or something like that, or they were selling something that had been recently banned and they had mislabeled it as something else. Because honestly, like selling supplements myself, like you could literally put whatever the fuck you want and sell it. Like no one's going to say anything to you. So you could sell fucking poop in a jar and nobody, I mean, the FDA will come after you. But if you don't like list it on stuff like Amazon, or like you don't have anything on your label that says it's made at a certain lab or whatever, like you can really sell whatever the fuck you want online. And that's the crazy stuff, is that a lot of people, they'll do that shit and they'll sell it. They'll sell like questionable things in their supplements without people knowing. That's why if you ever have any doubts, if you ever have any doubts, just ask your supplement company, or they should have it on their site, or they should be able to provide you with like certifications that I have for the supplements that show like this has been tested and it has all the ingredients that you have in there and stuff like that. So, but with that stuff, like pro hormone and stuff, that's even different. That's even like harder to kind of figure out what's in those things, is because those are so like black market and like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like SARMs and stuff, like they're just kind of in an area that not a lot of people know what's going on and shit. So that's what happened. I think they had like some mislabeled stuff, and that stuff ended up being some pretty potent shit, and they got in trouble. For anyone out there that wants to try doing the raw liver diet, gotta be really careful.
Don't even do it, bro.
But yeah,
it's not worth it. It's stupid too. It doesn't even fucking taste good.
No, I think people do it for the health benefits, but honestly, I don't really know how good they are, to be honest.
It tastes like fucking shit to me, bro. I would not even do it.
Yeah, just cook your food. I'm usually cool with like all that weird shit, and I like trying new things, but I would say probably
exotic foods.
just cook your own.
I mean,
fucking food.
you like trying exotic shit, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Have you? Do you like cooked liver? I don't like cooked liver.
I don't like any organs.
Yeah, no,
I'm not that exotic.
Yeah,
because like where I'm from in the Philippines, they have like a lot of exotic foods like to explore. But I'm simple. I just like chicken breasts, ground beef, steak, pork tenderloins.
You like heart? Have you ever tried heart before? Heart's pretty good.
Gizzards. No, fuck that. No.
You've never tried heart before? I promise you, bro.
It's fucking disgusting. I don't want to fucking.
Have you tried heart?
Just the thought of it, I don't. Even want to try
I promise. Have you tried tongue?
No, I never tried tongue.
Those two, I'm with you. Like, have you had kidney before?
No. Well,
kidneys is gross. Bro.
What I had before, because when I was in the Philippines, we have like the barbecue chicken on stick, and I thought it was just like a regular chicken barbecue.
Yeah,
it was chicken liver. The texture of it was fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
it's like when I chewed on it, it almost tastes like the texture of like applesauce, but like meat flavor.
Yeah,
I like to spit that shit out. I just lost my appetite for like the whole dinner. I didn't eat anything.
There's a couple things that I like. I like tongue. I promise you, if I gave you tongue and I told you it was like shredded beef, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Heart is really fucking good. Peruvian beef heart is like the shit. I like cow's stomach is good.
I'm good on that.
I like pig feet.
I'm good on that.
I like chicken feet.
I'm good on that.
I like what else? What is some weird shit I like?
What do you like, cow cock or something?
No, I want to try balls just to say I tried them. Beef bull balls. Have you ever heard of those before?
Want to be sucking on those balls, bro?
Yeah. No, not raw. I would cook these, but that's the ones I can think of. But I like those. But like liver or like kidney or like what else? What's the other intestines? Spleen. Have you heard people eating spleen before? Nah, that shit doesn't seem right to me. But they do eat it raw.
They probably. Oh, I don't know about raw. I just never hear the term of people eating spleen in general.
Yeah,
like
no, they eat
animal.
it. They eat that shit. Brains. Have you heard of brains before?
I've heard people eating brains.
Yeah, I've had brains before. I'm not really
zombies.
Zombies. Nah, pig brains. It's I'm not really a big fan. Do you like cartilage, like tendon and shit like that?
Cartilage? No.
Like like at the end of the chicken bone, there's like
not really. Honestly, bro, I hate that shit.
Really?
I don't like the like chewing out. When I'm eating like a chicken wing, I eat like the cartilage. I just spit that shit out.
Really, I love that stuff.
You do?
Yeah,
I hate that, bro.
Yeah, that's good stuff for me. I love that's something I'll eat. I like beef tendon. I'll eat.
You're pretty exotic with all this, then.
Yeah, but the thing is I just don't like liver, bro. Liver fucking grosses me out. Even when we eat the raw liver, I hate cooked.
Seems
liver.
like you eat everything else just but liver.
Liver, nah, but like kidney too. I don't like kidney. I've had it before. I don't like spleen.
Yet again, I'm just a simple guy.
Yeah,
I'm just like eating simple.
I mean, don't get me wrong, bro. If you ate heart like cooked whatever, it's gonna taste like shit. If you ate cow tongue cooked whatever, it's gonna taste like shit. But like Mexican restaurants have cow tongue tacos, and you would not be able to tell the difference between that and shredded beef. Promise, it's good.
I could believe you in that.
Yeah, it's good. I mean,
as long as you don't tell me what it is.
It's literally the tongue. I'll show you some videos after. It literally,
because like I seen the tongue like wrapped, like when you sell like grocery markets.
Yeah,
just looking at it, just like
grosses you out.
Yeah,
true. But yeah, I mean, just to wrap up the Liver King talk, I don't think there's any benefits from. I mean, there are benefits from eating liver and taking maybe dehydrated liver and shit, but I don't think it's like anabolic or anything like that. I wouldn't waste my time and.
No, I would not do that.
Yeah, especially not raw. Right.
I mean, everyone's different, but like from how I reacted to that, that's enough for me, dog.
And kind of talking about the natty or not topic, like we know a couple people that are like natties that look good, and we know people that are on steroids that don't look good. Have you always lean on the side of like, oh yeah, that guy's probably natty, or that guy's probably on shit, or you just don't care?
I think of it in my head, but like I just kind of like wonder about it, but like I don't really kind of like go about it, like really like, all right, like this is like keep it, like it gets stuck in my mind. I just kind of think about it for like a few seconds and just like, all right, brush it off, like, all right, whatever.
When you were younger, did you ever look up to people that you thought were natural but they weren't natural, like Arnold? Like a lot of people think Arnold was natural.
Probably at first, because like going first and like starting with lifting and steroids, it can. I didn't really tell like who are on steroids or not because I wasn't very much educated on those topics. I thought it was just like just eat, lift, and that's it.
You'll look like Arnold.
Yeah.
What about Smith Julian? You think Smith Julian's on steroids?
Julian Smith?
Julian Smith, yeah. He claims to be a natural. I'm pretty sure, right?
He does. I think so, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think he's too crazy big.
Yeah.
But there's people like that out there that like people will accuse him of being on steroids.
Like, for example, like Artemis Dolgen, or whatever how you pronounce it.
Yeah, he's on steroids.
He was on steroids. I mean, he came clean about it, but you can like for his physique, he easily tell that he was on some shit.
Yeah, he admits it though, right?
Yeah, he did admit it.
Yeah.
But before he even admitted it, you can just tell.
Yeah, I think he's always talked. I don't think he claimed natural.
No, because I've seen a few of his videos and he was like, or no, not like, you know that when people on their stories when they post kind of like ask me questions or whatever. Mm-hmm. I remember some people are like asking like certain questions about him being on steroids. I think in the past, and then like he came clean about it, kind of like on one of his answers.
Would you ever take steroids?
Thought about it?
Yes. Really?
But like, as we get older, like our testosterone levels will like.
At what age would you take steroids if you were to ever take them? Like later?
Depends on the age when my testosterone levels go down. So like people say like it's like after the age of like 30 is when it starts kind of like
decreasing,
decrease a little bit. We'll see.
I kind of never want to take steroids just because I don't want to ever put myself in the boat of like, okay, I've taken TRT and shit. Because I feel like once you put yourself in that category, then like you're kind of grouped with all the other guys. Like, you know what I mean? And then if I'm like grouped with everyone else and I'm like, fuck, I gotta be like, you know, if you take one steroid shot, if you do one cycle for the rest of your life, you're going to be like grouped with the guys who do steroids. So you better look good like them or else the people are going to be like, damn,
because
you look
like
shit.
When I get older, like my goal is to like, I don't want to look like fucking like overly huge.
Yep.
Or anything. I just want to stay lean, just look good for my age. And just kind of like, yeah, just like stay lean and healthy overall. Like my goal is to like be able to like have the energy to go on like travel, do a whole bunch of like hiking and like other like adventure activities out there, especially like with like my family as I get older.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
but I don't
really care about being like big. You
ever check your levels before or no?
I haven't checked it.
Yeah,
Have
you should. Yeah, mine are like way high, bro. Like 2,000. I'm just kidding. No, mine are like normal high, or like above normal. I don't know exactly. I have to look.
My next check on
I think like 700s or 800s or something like that, which is pretty high. But like people are in the thousands and they're natural. Some people have high testosterone and they don't look like super muscular, and some people have. So what was that? That's someone's talking out there. What were you saying?
Outside.
Yeah.
All right. I kind of forgot what I was saying.
But yeah, no. Most people, it doesn't really matter how much testosterone your body has. It's like how your body uses it. Like I was saying, there are some people out there that have high levels that you look at them and be like, what? Like they don't look like they have high test levels, but they just do because their body naturally has high testosterone. But a lot of them, their body doesn't use that testosterone.
You think about that when you see like other people? About their test levels and everything.
Yeah, but a lot, like I said, sometimes it correlates to like people that have higher testosterone have more muscle, but sometimes it doesn't. So it just all depends, you know. It depends on the person.
It really depends on your lifestyle too.
Yeah.
Like, are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating enough? Like those, also like those are like a huge like levels that partakes like with your testosterone levels.
But like a guy like Chase, for example, he probably has high testosterone, or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But like, there's people out there that are like really lean and they have good muscle, but they're not huge, but they have high test levels. And then there's people out there that have like lower test levels that are big guys and they don't take steroids or anything, but their body just uses that testosterone more efficiently than, you know, it's like having a hybrid car that can run off, let's say 1 gallon on a Prius can take you 100 miles or something, right? Versus 1 gallon on a truck, or 10 gallons on a truck could take you 100 miles. So like, even though you have more gas in the truck, the truck is not as efficient at driving the car. Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So some people's bodies, they can do more with less testosterone. That's why, like, I don't think that, and that's like a whole conversation for your doctor and stuff, but if you want to get your test levels checked out, but just because you have low test doesn't mean you have to get on TRT. A lot of people do that and they just get on TRT because they want to, and And the bad thing about TRT at a young age is that you have to be on TRT for the rest of your life then.
What if you have like low test levels and then like you can just try improving like your lifestyle?
Yeah, that's 100% we should do first. But I mean, I know people that say they have low tests in their 20s and they start taking TRT, but like you said, they should try to improve their areas of their lifestyle too. And one big thing is like lower your body fat. Some people have low tests because they're fat, like they're overweight. So a lot of times people that with lower body weights typically have high testosterone, even if they're like skinny, even if they're not like lower weight and like muscular. If you're like extremely overweight, your testosterone levels is more than likely going to be lower than if you're in a normal weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They want to skip ahead and get like the faster results.
Yeah, of course.
That's what everyone likes to do.
100%. But the thing is like we have a friend. I'm not going to name who it is, but we have a friend who started taking steroids at a young age and has to continue taking steroids for the rest of their life to be in normal levels. And I have plenty of people that I know that do that. Plenty of people that get into like competitive bodybuilding and stuff at a young age. They get into that stuff and they start taking steroids at like 16, 17, and they want to like go and become a pro. And then for the rest of their life, they have to inject themselves with hormones. I don't know, man. That sounds like a disaster. Like I've seen my grandma have to deal with like taking insulin shots for being diabetic. And that just seems like, I don't know. It seems like such a headache. You have to like always do that shit. And steroids is equally as bad, you know?
Yeah, that's just like the annoying part. And sticking a needle in your ass every single day.
Every single day, or, you know, even twice a day sometimes, depends. Sometimes people take one shot a week and stuff, but I mean, it's a mess, dude. Then you have to take like post-cycle therapy stuff, and like a lot of times it's like, it really is just to fill a void that people have of just the way they look. Like sometimes people don't even take steroids because they're going to compete. They just take them because they want to look good.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It's all their insecurities, bro.
Yeah. Fucking insecure fucks. Just kidding. No, but I mean, some people feel like they need it, and some people, they might need it. It's like putting a Band-Aid over a big like thing, you know?
Yeah, people take it because they're fucking like impatient. They want to get the results fast.
Yeah.
What's the point, bro? Like the journey is the most important part. That's like the fun. That's like the most fun part.
Yeah, 100%. Also, like,
Enjoy
what are
the journey,
you doing?
bro.
What are you doing? Why are you taking the steroids? If you're gonna take steroids and you want to become like the best, like, you know, Brian Shaw or some shit, like strongman, like obviously you have to take steroids to do that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like you can't be at the highest level. But if you're just taking steroids to look good for like, you know, the chicks and shit, it's kind of like your priorities are out of whack.
Even long term though, like how like 10 or 20 years from now, how do you think you're gonna look after taking all those like steroids at a young age?
Yeah, not good. Not good. And you have to take that stuff for the rest of your life. That's what I mean, I don't know how annoying that would be. Like, you get on steroids when you're in your 20s for a couple of years, and you're in college, you want to fuck girls. And then from now on, until you're like, you know, 60, 70 years old, 80 years old, you have to take a shot every week or every couple of days. I would find that to be that trade-off, to have, you know, maybe a little bit more inches on your bicep, you know, just to, not worth it to me. What about you?
No.
I know you're on massive amounts of steroids though, so you can stop lying.
Sorry.
But what was I gonna say?
Just give me one more cycle, now I'll be done.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about taking? You said you have thought about taking it before. Like actually thought about it.
I mean, everyone has thought about it.
I've never wanted to. I
thought about it, say like maybe in the future I might, but like I already know like how I am. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm a bitch when it comes to needles, bro. I don't know. Are you? Are you scared? Well, not really, because you get tattoos, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's like different, but like when I go like to the doctor and get like blood drawn.
Yeah. You're a pussy?
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. No, but like I just get more like, it's more of an anxious feeling
me too.
Compared to when I'm going to a tattoo and get fucking like needled on me like for hours.
Yeah. I don't like getting blood. I don't like shots. I never like shots. It's always weird. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know how people do heroin and stuff either, like injecting needles and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know if I get anxious, but I feel like kind of weird, you know? Even thinking about it makes me feel kind of like jittery, kind of weird. I don't know.
Like for me, it's just like not getting the blood, like not getting the blood, not getting the needle like put in me. Mm-hmm. It's just watching the blood just come out.
Yeah. What about shots? Same thing with shots?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, I mean like shots, like actually like vaccines or like checkup shots or whatever.
I mean, not really.
I don't. Those don't scare you.
Not really, because like it's a very fast process, so it's just like you're done.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I don't really feel it.
Yeah. I remember getting a tetanus shot a long time ago, and they have like the long or malaria shots. They have long ass needles. That shit scared the fuck out of me.
I think the most painful one I've ever had when I was young, and I got shot in my ass.
Really?
That's probably one of the most painful shots I've had.
I think when I was younger, I had like a traumatic experience with shots when I was a little kid, and it just kind of.
What happened?
I don't remember. I think one of the doctors they tried to prick my finger and they couldn't get it to prick, and they I think they did it too much.
You do that to get like your blood sugar levels.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like I couldn't do that for steroids, and even worse, like if you get real deep in the rabbit hole of steroids, people start taking insulin and shit like that, and that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You've heard of that before, right? Like bodybuilders taking insulin.
Yeah. And
then they literally make themselves become diabetics. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. I know people.
I just learned that like not too long ago, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
In paramedic?
Not for paramedic, but like in general. It's kind of like
who told you about it?
It was just I forgot. I read on social media like someone was like talking about it.
What were they saying?
Just like how like I forgot in detail, but like just exactly how you just said it just now.
That people are literally making themselves become diabetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad because people will the thing is with insulin's a really like powerful drug. And shout out to Ryan Escuero, right? The fisherman.
Yeah.
I told him about insulin, and he's actually diabetic. So I said, dude,
really?
you should take advantage of the fact that you take insulin for your diabetes and use that to your advantage for exercise purposes. And I guess he kind of took some of my advice because it's a really powerful drug. That's why a lot of bodybuilders use it. But over the span of a couple of years of taking that shit, your body becomes reliant on insulin, and then next thing you know, you have diabetes now, and you have to take insulin for the rest of your life.
I didn't know Ryan was diabetic.
Yeah, type 1 diabetic.
Yeah, again, I've only met him a couple times.
Yeah. Do you have any in your family that has diabetes?
Yeah, my dad. He has type 2.
So he takes insulin shots?
He doesn't.
No?
No.
How does he
The
monitor?
main thing for him is just focus on just having a healthier diet.
How does he monitor? Does he have to take a shot, blood sugar shot things, pricks?
He doesn't.
No? Really? And he has diabetes?
Yeah, he has type 2 diabetes.
Really?
He doesn't, yeah.
How does he... I thought you have to monitor your blood sugar, no?
I'm pretty sure he does, but I never see him do it.
Gotcha.
But yet again, I hope he does.
How did that happen? He was just one day
he's had it for a long time. Probably I'm not sure if he got it after I was born or before I was born. Probably before I was born.
Does he have has he ever had a seizure or something where he needs sugar? He has to carry around sugar with him?
No.
Oh, so he's not that bad then.
No.
I mean, he's
if
managing.
anything, he just really has to focus on his
diet.
healthy diet. But it's hard to say he'll go from because he'll cook a lot Filipino food and stuff. Sometimes it's because when he cooks, he adds a lot of oils.
Oil, yeah, I was just about to say that.
And it's just it's not the healthiest option. And sometimes he'll just go out and buy food. There'll be a time where he'll just go out and to Arby's, Chick-fil-A, just any of the faster restaurants. But he'll be fine.
Yeah. So he doesn't have he doesn't have the risk of getting
he doesn't really take insulin.
You've heard of those stories though, right?
Yeah.
People passing out. I'm sure you've served some of them, haven't you? As a paramedic, or haven't you seen some of those cases? EMT, and people going into diabetic shock. Have you ever had that before?
Diabetic shock. Well, yeah, it happened in EMT. The guy was passed out, and we couldn't get. What we had to do was we just gave him IV because he was unconscious, so we couldn't give him any blood glucose sugar
tablets or anything.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's interesting. You said about the Asian cooking styles. It's the same thing in my family. My grandma used to cook with a lot of oil. My dad cooks with a lot of oil, and I don't know. I guess it's just an Asian thing. So much oil, unnecessary oil, right?
Yeah. That's just my dad and Jill. When my mom cooks, she doesn't put a lot of when I cook I use the spray oil.
Yeah, me too.
I use the Pam, whatever, olive oil.
Yeah.
My dad gets I think he uses olive oil or sometimes he uses canola oil.
Canola oil.
Bro, it's just he puts way too much.
Yeah, Asian,
and then
Asian people.
I could see him like when he's done cooking, and then like before he washes the pans, he dumps like the oil into the bag, and it's just disgusting.
Wait, what do you mean into the bag?
Because the oil will like fuck up the drains.
Oh, you mean like the trash bag?
Yeah.
Does it really fuck up the drains?
Yeah. I kind of like fucked it up a couple times before I even knew about the whole oil thing in the drains.
Really? And
ever since then, I just kind of like just put it in a plastic bag.
I was gonna say, growing up, did you guys have a lot of like your grandparents and shit like that make a lot of unhealthy food, like unhealthy?
Oh, it depends.
Asian food.
Like when I was younger, my grandparents they would do more of the cooking. So like there was we have like some like other dishes like adobo, which is kind of like I forgot like the sauces that they use, like adobo sauce with like, but more so it was just like chicken and potatoes, and I forgot like there was like the name of it that they put in the adobo, but like either way, it wasn't like the healthiest. I mean, no, it wasn't like too unhealthy to the point, but like probably just like a lot of sodium, and I'm not sure how my grandparents were like oil wise, but I don't think they used too much compared to like how my dad was.
And they use usually like chicken thighs or chicken legs, right?
Chicken legs, chicken thighs, and when I do it, I just put chicken breast.
That's the thing with Asian families is that they use a lot of like dark meat and like fatty meats. Yeah. So they use that, and then they also use a lot of oil, which has fat, and then they also eat a lot of rice, which has carbs. Yeah. So like the combination of those things is not the best for
probably
health.
The healthiest one that we make, or my dad makes, like, or my grandma makes, like back then, was pancit.
What is that?
Which is kind of like a noodle dish with like, it's like a noodle dish stir fried with like vegetables and like meats like chicken, shrimp, and beef. Nice. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, but the thing with the Vietnamese culture is that even if they were to make something like that, I don't know what the dish is called in Vietnamese, but there's something like that with like Chinese broccoli. Have you had that before?
Chinese broccoli. What is that? Bok choy?
Bok choy. Yeah.
I love bok choy. But that's like my favorite vegetable.
They'll do it, but then they'll throw like a shit ton of oil in there and like salt and like soy sauce. So it's like
that's what makes it good.
Yeah, it makes it good, but it's like it's so bad for you. You feel like shit 100%. After you eat it.
Just like when you go to Sados, bro. Like when you cook the rice, the veggies, and like the meats, they put like a shit ton of butter.
Yeah.
On everything. Oh, you would think it's good. Oh, healthy.
Yeah.
It's rice, veggies. I have my grill, my sources of protein, whatever. All the fucking like amount of fat that's on it.
Yeah. That's the thing with Asian culture is that
I would eat it every single day.
It's a lot of unhealthy foods. But it's weird because a lot of them are skinny. Or your dad's pretty skinny, right?
He's lost weight, yeah.
Just because he wanted to like get healthier.
But like, it's not like he's done it on purpose.
Yeah,
which it kind of concerns me.
He doesn't lift?
No.
He doesn't ever like do cardio or anything like that?
No, he doesn't do shit, bro.
Really?
No.
Have you ever tried to get him to work out?
No. Well, my mom, I think when you first signed up for LA Fitness, this like back in 2017, we got like a family membership. She hasn't gone once.
Really? That's a pretty interesting topic, getting your parents to work out when you work out. Have you ever tried, you never had to try to have the conversation with them before?
I know how they are. They're not going to do it.
Yeah. Did they ever exercise at any point in their life?
My mom did when she was younger. I think like after she had me and then my sister, it just like, she used to do like these Zumba classes back then. Oh, no, not like back then, but like when I was like younger. I think it was like the last like time when like, I don't know if she was consistent or not. That I would say like the closest she would be like consistent with like some sort of like exercising. But yet again, with like after they would do that, they would just go get ice cream after. So like there's a
0 point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to get my parents to exercise. My dad never really was routine with working out. My dad has good genetics, though. I think
How was he like in the police academy though? With like the PT, is that like a struggle for him?
No, I don't think so. He's always been in good shape. He's like my grandpa. Like they don't work out or anything, but they're like, I don't know. They have like man type of strength, you know.
Your mom works out though sometimes, right?
Yeah, she's been trying to lose weight. My mom didn't work out for a long time though. It took a long ass time to get her to exercise. She's trying to do it like a couple days a week. I've been telling her for a long time because my mom, when she was younger, she was like Lauren. Like she was in shape. She worked out, went to the gym and shit. And then like
so hard for like people to find that motivation, but like it's easy to find that motivation to work out, but it's just stay on that discipline to go like not every day, but like at least like 4 to 5 days a week.
Yeah.
But for someone like how you and I are, it's hard for us to take a rest day.
Yeah.
Because we just love doing that.
Yeah. I think my mom that realized that she has like fucking blessed gym in her garage, and it's like your parents don't have like a workout space like 2 seconds from where they are. So like
We have a treadmill.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we do.
They never use it?
No.
You ever use it?
I did. I think when I first started losing weight when I was like in...
It's still there?
I think it was freshman year. Yeah. Actually, no. It is. Like, we switched around. We switched like to like a new treadmill. But I used it a lot when I was like in freshman, sophomore year, and I was trying to lose weight. I would just be like running or walking a lot.
As fast as you can on there, listening to Linkin Park.
It was actually.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
It's funny.
But then like I wouldn't lift though. I would just be running and walking.
Yeah. I tried to convince my mom for a long time, and then eventually I think when we got the treadmill in my garage, she like kind of started doing it more. Like she's been trying to work out for like 3 years now, and I've been trying to get her to do it consistently. But I think like I got the treadmill earlier this year, and like I think she likes walking on the treadmill. Because she can like go on her phone or like watch TV or whatever. So
right.
I mean that's like so bad that you have to like get that. Like it's crazy that has to be the reward that you can like go on your phone or whatever. But whatever gets my mom in the gym is good. My mom is not like crazy out of shape, but my mom definitely has to like cut back and lose weight, because like as you get older, the worse in shape you are, like the harder it's going to be for you to like stay healthy, you know?
Exactly. That's why I kind of like worry for my parents, because I would like them to kind of like do some sort of form of exercise and like just walking, like a simple walk every single day, but they don't really. But it's just kind of concerned because like I just concerned for their health, because I want them to be around for like a while, especially like to the point where like whenever like when I start to raise a family, like I want them to be around with like my kids and stuff.
Yeah, you don't want them to be dead.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want them to be dead.
Hold on, let me reset these cameras.
What happened?
So let me reset these cameras real quick. Damn, bro, my phone's taking a beating.
Like, fuck your phone, bro.
You see what happened to the back of it?
What happened? You not have a case, bro?
I do have a case. When I dropped it, I had a case on. It still broke. I had the wood case on in the back. Yeah, have you ever tried to have that conversation though with your parents about like losing weight, like that tough conversation? I tried to have it with my mom a couple times, but I think her doctor scared her into like getting into shape. That's what I was gonna say. My mom got, of course, her son's been telling her for like 5 years.
Right.
She doesn't listen, but the doctor's like, hey, you should exercise, and then my mom's like, okay, I'm gonna exercise. Like I said, my dad's kind of always been in decent shape, so he's kind of fine. Try to get him to work out, but you ever have the conversation with your parents or no?
No, I never had a conversation or like sat down and talked about it with them. It just never really came to my thought to kind of like actually like sit like.
So after today, you gonna talk to them?
No.
I'm
just kidding.
Do you think you can convince them though, or no?
My dad, I feel like it'd be hard for my dad. My mom, she talked about it a lot too. Like she wanted to start, but like she didn't want to go. Like she like. I offered her, like, if I went with her and showed her how to do the machines and stuff in LA.
Yeah.
But she'll, like, go about it and say her word, like, let's do it. But then, like, she just never goes along with it.
Yeah, I think, like, the best thing for them.
And I was willing to do it with her, too.
I would say is, like, just try to get them to do the treadmill, you know?
It's simple things, bro.
Yeah, treadmill.
Like, just start off with, like, the easiest stuff. Like, not just the treadmill, but, like, just simple walks or like around the neighborhood. Like, keep it interesting. Like you're just enjoying the fresh air instead of being like on a treadmill and like
inside.
Yeah.
My parents walk around the neighborhood once in a while together.
I see them walk around like when I'm driving.
Yeah.
Going home or leaving the neighborhood.
Maybe it's a conversation you would have with them. I think my parents never exercised, bro, until I never saw my parents exercising growing up. My dad never went to the gym. My mom never went to the gym. Really? I think it was after I started like actually getting serious with exercising, and like they realized that it wasn't just going to be a phase in my life, that I was actually going to continue to work out for the rest of my life. They started to take notice of it. Mm-hmm. But I mean, there's people out there that their parents work out every day. Like I know people whose parents are like in great shape.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, my girlfriend's mom runs like every day.
It's a nice thing to kind of like share like with your child or anything, just kind of like you can bond together, just exercise.
Yeah, I think that would be so cool to like. I've never really. I've worked out with my dad a little bit, but my dad is like, when we work out, he's always like, he does a couple sets and that's it. But I feel like it'd be cool as fuck to work out with my dad.
I think the closest thing I saw my dad work out was when the home pull-up bars, when you put it together.
Yeah.
He tried it out, put it in his door, and he did a couple pull-ups, and that was the only thing I ever
That was
saw
the
him do.
closest thing you ever got.
He did a couple pull-ups. Like, all right, nice.
Would you work out with your son if you had a son? You want to have kids? I never asked you this. You want to have kids?
Yeah.
Would you work out with your son?
Yeah. Or daughter.
I prefer to work out with my son, but I do both.
You don't want to work out with your daughter?
No, I'd work out with my daughter. But it's going to be interesting because, like, imagine raising your kids knowing the stuff you know now. Like, you're going to feed your kids, like, high protein and shit like that. Like, I'm not going to let my kids eat, like, complete shit. Like, you know, like, my parents used to let me eat, like, fucking chips and shit like that. And not that I'm not going to let my kids enjoy their young age, but, like, I'm going to bless my kids with, like, fire food. You know, like, fire healthy food.
Yeah, honestly, I would. I think that's a great idea and a great habit.
Yeah, I'm only going to let my son eat chicken breast and tilapia and broccoli. Just kidding.
It'd be like me when I was fucking younger. I want to eat fucking McDonald's every single day.
No, I mean, my dad used to get us McDonald's every morning for breakfast when we used to go to elementary school.
It's just so simple and just fast and like, all right, it's right there to get ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah, your dad did that too?
Every morning now. I remember like times when we would get McDonald's a lot is after when we would fish Juno Pier. And towards the end of the day, we'd always stop by the McDonald's on the way home.
When you were younger?
Yeah. That'd be kind of like a most like definite, like every single like time we leave the pier, we would always go to McDonald's.
Yeah, my dad used to, every time he would take us to school, he would be like, don't tell your mom, and we'd go get McDonald's. So my dad would take us to school a couple days later.
I can see your dad doing that.
Yeah. But like, I would never take my kids to McDonald's unless they wanted to go to McDonald's. I would just cook them like some good food or like, I don't know, at least take them to like Chick-fil-A or some shit, you know?
Yeah, at least Chick-fil-A. I used to call my mom every single day. Mom, can you get me McDonald's on the way home from work?
Yeah.
Tell her to get me a 10-piece McNugget, large fry, big chicken, double cheeseburger, and a vanilla shake.
But like my kids, I remember for like breakfast and shit, sometimes I would eat like toast with like cream cheese.
I could never eat bread like that, bro.
By itself?
Just in general, because like we're so Asian, we just grew up eating just rice.
Yeah.
So it's like with eggs, rice.
Yeah.
Or like fish, chicken, everything like rice.
Would you put your kids on like a high protein like diet though? Like would you make them eat like eggs for breakfast and like chicken and shit like that with every meal? Or like some sort of protein, or you wouldn't really care?
Yeah, I would.
Would you force them, or would you like just encourage it?
I would encourage it, because like just trying to like, I'm not going to force feed like.
No.
I'm going to stuff it in their mouth.
You have to eat this tilapia.
Just fucking stuff it in their mouth.
But yeah, you would like encourage it. Like for lunch, you would give them like, instead of giving them like PB&J, you'd give them like chicken pasta or some shit like that.
Chicken salad.
Yeah.
Or like an egg salad.
I feel like I don't know. Maybe.
Actually, no, I take that back. When I was younger, my grandma used to make a really good chicken salad, and then she would toast it like on the bread, and that was like my favorite thing. Like I would eat.
Yeah.
And she cooked like a whole Tupperware. It was like a very large Tupperware, and I finished the whole thing.
Yeah.
In like a week.
Why were you so fat when you were younger? No, I'm serious. Like, why were you so fat when you were little?
My buddy Al.
Sorry, bro. I'll answer the question too. I was fat too.
So really triggered it, I would say, is when my buddy Alex used to live with me.
I'm sorry, bro. I was just thinking of the picture. Do you remember the picture I used on my transformation?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Are you talking about the one that was like in the beach?
Yeah, I used the picture.
I thought you were talking about like the one I was like younger. That was when I was in like a freshman year.
Do you remember though? I used like a transformation picture or some shit, and it was you. I said it was me. It was like in a video or something. Anyways, sorry. So what happened? Why were you fat?
So when my buddy Alex used to live with me,
Alex Rich,
and every morning he would say, "Sure, bro, I bet I could beat you in an eating contest. I bet you I could finish this whole bowl of eggs and rice first." And then we would take that contest and we would like eat so much of it as fast as we can. It became like a habit, eating like a general lifestyle at home.
So eggs and rice it was a lot of eggs, or just a lot?
For me, because like when I was younger and I was like 10 years old, I had such high cholesterol.
Yeah.
And to the point, like, when I went to the doctor, my dad told me for the doctor, you need to cut down your egg or something like that. And then just kind of like, I always had a big appetite. So, like, I would just eat a lot. But, like, you know, when I was younger, I never exercised. And then, like, with the foods my grandma would make, and then, like, my mom would take me to fast food was also, like, another thing.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, I've just eat a lot.
When did you realize that you were the fat kid? Because I was fat too, bro. You've seen pictures of me, right? Have you seen pictures?
Probably, when you're younger, when you're fat now.
You never seen fat pictures of me, bro? From like the ages of like 9 to like 13.
I think I did, but like they're nothing compared to like how I used to look.
So there's a couple. I'll find them. There's a couple. But yeah, you were fatter than me for sure.
I was fucking fat, bro. But I would notice, I think I would be like in 8th grade or 9th. Yeah, 8th, between like 8th and 9th grade. I would go to PacSun and then I want to try like a shirt.
Fuck. I had the same shit happen to me, bro.
I want to try a shirt on this, bro. That was fucking disgusting. Like, damn. I really outdid myself.
I remember I used to go to
and then after that I was going to eat McDonald's again.
Do you ever feel bad about it, or were you like?
Oh yeah, 100%. I felt bad about it. I fucking like shit about it.
Were you ever like insecure about it when you were a little kid?
100%.
I remember.
I mean, when I was a little kid, no, but as I got into like my teenage years, yeah.
This one kid, one time I took my shirt off, and this kid was like, "Damn, bro, you're fat." And I was like, "Fuck." After that, I started working. Like that summer, I started working.
The funniest part was when so we went to like this. We went to like a church, like a Philippine like prayer thing, whatever, at this church, and there's this. We had to wear like an all white, like white shirt, plain white shirt, and like a clear like it's called a barong. I forgot how to explain it, but it's like clear, and then it has to be like the shirt has to be like tucked in, and then like I was fucking fat, bro. I would always be like conscious about my nipples poking through the white shirt, and then one time when I was out. When like after the mass, I saw all my buddies. We're all just like pointing at my nipples and say, "Bro, what is that?"
How old are you? That's damaging though to a kid.
It was. I think I was like 11, maybe.
Yeah. I hung out with a lot of skinny kids, bro. So I always hung out with kids who had abs like that. You know what I mean? Like they were like young kids that like just had six packs, and I was like the only one who didn't have abs. I was like the fat one in the group, and I was just like, I didn't realize it until. Like I said, that one kid one day, I was like, I took my shirt off. I think it was at a party or something like that to go in the pool. And he's like, "Damn, bro, you're fat." And I was like, "Fuck." And then ever since that day, I like just went off. But when did you lose all the weight? High school?
I think I lost. So at first, I think it was, high school. I was like around like my sophomore year is where I really started to lose majority of the weight. And I think I was more skinny. I did weightlifting too, but like I never did it like how excessively, like how obviously like how we do like now. And
bro, you don't lift weights.
No. And then because I remember like I saw like an old picture when I was like at the Rapids, I was just skinny.
Yeah.
And then like after like high school and everything,
like abs skinny, like you had abs like 6-pack skinny.
I don't know about abs, but I was just like flat.
Yeah,
like, flat skinny. And then like after high school is when I started taking like the lifting like serious. And I noticed like back in I think it was 2016 or 2015 is when I started taking like the whole lifting phase like serious. But I didn't take the whole diet phase serious. So I'll just eat whatever the fuck I wanted and just lift. And I just got like really fat and like really big. And then like I started doing like learning about the whole diet process, trying a whole bunch of like different diets here and there, experimenting with like carb cycling, ketogenic, and what is there? Intermittent fasting or whatever. Just to realize like now like what it really is just something because like anyone can lose weight from any of those diets, but like once you reach your goal weight, you kind of go back to like how you normally ate, like your normal routine, and then you kind of like slowly get your weight back up in a way, like to where like you start to gain weight again. But I feel like it's just kind of finding like that healthy like balance in between that can make it like a long term. Because just like
sorry, I'm listening. I'm just trying to find a picture of myself when I was younger.
I know you're not fucking listening to what I just said.
You said any diet works, and it's finding a healthy balance, which I agree. Every diet is like
because it's just like
what's the best diet? The one that you're going to stick to the longest.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's pretty much all it is. It's simple, but like people like to overcomplicate things. which is what I did too. But like, you know, you live and you learn.
Yep, you live and you learn. It doesn't really matter what diet you do. I mean, it does to an extent. Yeah. I would say like it just depends on whatever you think is going to be your best bet. But what were you gonna say?
Yeah, it's just like also like because you and I don't know, you have a huge appetite too, right?
No? Depends. I have a huge appetite because in my mind I feel like if I don't eat a lot of food, I'm gonna get small. But I don't really think so. Like I could definitely like eat once a day and be fine. But in my mind, I know like I need the protein and like, you know, it's good for you to eat.
I just have a huge appetite in general. I just love to fucking eat. So like when I started going through the Fire Academy and doing all these cardio workouts, it was just like the worst thing I've ever done. But then like slowly I started to get into it. I started like doing a lot of like running or like a lot of HIIT cardio type exercises. And then like you burn so much more calories and then like or like running too. Like I like doing running a lot more now. Just so that like I can burn all these more like extra calories so I can just eat a shit ton. And not like I'm gaining like extra like weight or whatever. I'm not like overeating or anything. I'm not like gonna go in like a huge caloric surplus in a way.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a fucking picture of me when I was like super skinny, but here's a picture of me when I was kind of fat.
Have you seen it before?
Have you seen this one?
Oh yeah, I've seen that one before. I think you posted on your IG.
I was a little chubby. That was like after I started losing weight though. That was like after the weight loss had started. But I was I'd have to find. I love
finding my old pictures.
Yeah, I just got fucking sad, bro, because I need to get back into good shape again because I looked at a picture of me in high school and I can't find it now. Damn. I was shredded, bro.
I showed you this one, right?
Yeah. Well, your sister, your sister's like skinny, right?
Yeah, she's always been a little skinny.
Yeah. Well, Lauren was kind of fat too. We both
Still
were
fat. No, I'm skinny.
Yeah.
It was my favorite one.
Let me see. Show the. Where was that at? Yeah, you can see it. Where was that at?
I don't know.
You look pissed.
No, that's the best part about it.
But yeah, man, it's good stuff. Once you overcome that fat journey, definitely add some stuff to your character. I have a couple fat cousins, bro, that I just want to be like, dude, you're fucking fat, bro. You need to lose weight, little kid. Just do it now. But it's like it's so like me, and I could never say that, you know.
You just think about it like in your head, right?
Yeah, I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, you gotta get this kid to lose weight. Not only.
I think you were telling me about this when you were running the other day, like on Thanksgiving. Like,
did I?
Something about when you see like a fat, like, oh no, like when you're running, when you see like someone who's like overweight, you just kind of feel bad for them.
In a nice way, yes. Yes.
No,
but
you didn't mean that in a nice way.
No, I mean that in a terrible way. But more specifically when it's kids, like when it's little kids, because I know like if you're fat as a little kid, you're gonna get like tormented because kids are evil, bro. Kids like I'm sure I had a lot of other shit said to me when I was a kid and I was like a little overweight, and I remember kids used to make fun of really fat kids, like you know like if you're a little kid and you're like 10 years old, you're about to go to middle school and you're fat, bro, like. You're gonna get bullied, and I guess that can create some character and shit, which is not good. You shouldn't get bullied because you're fat, but kids are terrible, you know. Also, it's really bad for you if you're a young kid and you're fat. It's gonna fuck your life up if you stay that way. But that's different. Yeah,
I agree with that too.
You have any cousins that are like out of shape that you're just like, you gotta run, cousin?
Not that I know of, because my other younger cousin in the Philippines, he was just as fat as I am actually.
Yeah. Back
then, but I haven't seen him in like over 10 years, but he's like skinny now.
Good.
So like,
he just got there on his own.
I would probably say yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really talked to him in a while.
Do you think that like it's better that those kids go through that struggle? Because it definitely taught me a lot of shit, like having to lose the weight.
It's called character development.
Yeah. Do you think it's better though? Like, would you rather, like, let's just say, like, you knew.
For me personally?
Yeah.
Like, if I, like, for me, it's like going through all that torment and all that. I would say, yeah.
You would go back and do it again?
I mean,
like, if you can go back in time and you could tell your younger self, like, lose weight so you don't get, like, picked on and shit, would you go back in time and
I
say
never really
it?
got picked on for it, but it's just kind of like my own like insecurity of it. But
Yeah.
like just like I would.
Yeah, you would tell yourself like, hey, lose weight.
Yeah, just like not just for like bully wise, just for like healthy wise.
Yeah, true. I don't know. It's interesting because at the same time, like you just said, I probably would have just let myself do it the same way, but now looking back and looking at younger kids, I want to tell them like, hey, buddy, like you should watch what you eat, not because like it's fat versus not fat, like for appearance wise, that's one part, but also like health, dude. Like I see kids eat like so much shit, and now that I'm older, I see that shit, bro. Like, man, like candies and all that stuff, like sodas and shit. It's like toxic.
I don't like drinking soda in general.
Me neither.
I
That was the thing. I never drank that shit when I was younger. I was like really big on chips. I would eat like bags of chips.
I would never eat chips.
No?
I was never really much of a chip eater. Like if I had to eat like chips, like bag chips, I would only probably be like Cheetos.
So you just ate a lot of food. It wasn't even bad food. You just ate a lot of food.
It's like bad food and good food, but I just overate a lot.
Yeah.
It's like
Interesting. Well, this podcast has been pretty interesting, bro. It's been talked about a lot of different shit.
Yeah, bro. You want to talk to me about the whole marathon coming up and how you and Mike have been training?
Yeah, Lawrence is a lazy piece of shit and doesn't want to work out. So me and Mike have been working on training for a marathon. Next week, it's going to be a lot of fun. No, I'm just kidding. Lawrence is not a piece of shit. But yeah, it's going to be fun, bro. Huh?
Or am I?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I would love for all my friends to do a long run one day.
Once I'm done with schooling, and yeah.
Would you ever be interested in doing like a marathon? I think you could do it, bro.
Yeah, I would be interested. I just never had the time to train because I've been busy with school and stuff. So it's just like,
It's just something different to try, you know. It's just
like I know that because I know you and Mike don't work or have any jobs, so you just have a lot of free time.
Yeah.
Just do whatever.
Just work out all day long. No, I mean, I'm excited, bro. It's gonna be fun. I think that 26 is gonna be hard, but we've already done it before, so I think like
You've run 26 miles already?
yeah, you didn't know that? We ran like 3 weeks ago.
How long did it take you guys?
Like 4 hours and 50 minutes.
And what's the the limit on the marathon, like to finish that?
6 hours. You get 6 hours. But when we ran it, and it was fucking pouring rain. You didn't see it? I put it on.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know you ran like 26 miles ago.
Yeah, bro. We did the full marathon. So like the day where we do this marathon next week, it's gonna be like we've already done it. It's not.
You're mentally prepared. Yeah, you're physically prepared.
That's what happened. We wanted to run. We ran 20 miles that day. We wanted to do 20, and then like we ran 10 miles, and then
Where'd you run like around?
We ran from here out to, you know where Jog Road is, where Crunch is, in Green Acres.
Oh yeah.
So like past Ogeechee. You know, if you go past Crunch, there's a McDonald's in the corner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We turned left there, ran from there to Southern, back to 441, back to my house, and then that again.
You did it twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Each one. And then we had to run a little bit more in the neighborhood because that wasn't quite 26.
Right.
So, you know, like it's like almost like a big circle twice.
How many laps around the neighborhood did you do?
We did one extra one when we ran in, like when we first did our first lap, we ran the long way and we did a lap. So we started the long way. Like when we came back in, we ran the long way, did the lap, and then we ran out. And then when we came back, we ran the long way back to my house. So it was quite the journey. It was hard, bro, because we were running in the rain, and it was very, very irritating because your shoes get wet.
I feel like it's true, but I think that would have been more fun, enjoyable compared to like running in the heat. Anyways, I would have enjoyed
probably.
I would have enjoyed running in the rain more.
Have you ever ran in the rain?
Not. I think one time in fire camp, like we did PT and stuff like that. It was just like during like the rain.
It's fun to do it in the rain for like 5 miles.
That's like the closest thing. I never ran like.
But once you get to like we literally ran from mile 10, probably mile 11 maybe, mile 10, mile 11. Because at like 10 miles, we just said, fuck it, we're going to run the whole 26. And when we started running after mile 10, it started raining like 5 minutes later, like in like halfway through our mile 10. And then we're like, oh, damn, this sucks. And we're like, hopefully it just stops. And it didn't stop till mile 23, bro. It ran for it rained for like 2 hours. It was like pouring rain. And like after like 5 miles, you're like over it. You're like, bro, this is so annoying because like your feet are like,
you're just uncomfortable.
Yeah, your feet start getting itchy because it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like athlete's foot or whatever.
Yeah.
And your shoes, I had brand new Hokas that got soaking wet, which sucked.
Is that the blue one?
No, the black ones.
Oh.
Brand new. Those got kind of wrecked. it was not fun. But the day of the marathon is gonna be good because it's gonna be sunny. It's gonna be people outside.
Did you like Hoka's? Are they really good shoes?
I think so. You ever tried them before?
Think about getting a pair.
Yeah, they're good for running for sure. And if you're not gonna run a lot, like you can. The thing is that
it's easier on like it's like you're comfortable on your heels.
Yeah, it feels like you're running on like it adds a lot of support. They're kind of
on clouds.
I've never tried on clouds.
They're pretty good.
They're not light though. They're like kind of heavy. They're not heavy, but they're not light. They're not like Nike. Like
you think it's better to run with like a heavy shoe or like a light shoe?
Long distance, I think a heavy shoe. Heavy shoe with more support for me.
Okay.
For speed though, obviously like light shoe. But for long distance, like anything over like 5 or 6 miles, I like Hoka's. I heard about them. Someone told me they were good. I tried them on. I think they're pretty good. So Hoka's, you get a pass from me. But yeah, I'm excited. You gonna come out?
Right, the marathon?
Yeah, you should. Next Sunday.
Is that on the 11th?
Yeah. What excuse you gonna make? Piece of shit. Just kidding.
What time does it start? What time does it end?
It starts at 6. It's probably gonna end by like 10:30, 11.
Where's it at?
Palm Beach. We're gonna go out to eat after, so maybe we can all chill out. We go to Cozy's after. Yeah. Oh no, because Sunday you said the lunch isn't as good.
Wait, what?
You said the lunch is not as good.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed now. Well, Saturdays and Sundays are all day dinner prices.
Really?
Yeah, that's also.
And the lunch doesn't have as good as stuff on Sundays, or do they have everything?
It just has like the basic stuff, but doesn't have like the teriyaki salmon. They have a lot of like appetizers that are really good on there.
Cool.
There's a thing called like the one-shot salmon. The
little like
salmon.
swirly salmon. Yeah,
I love that.
It was fire. I had that yesterday.
That was my favorite. I had like 5 orders of that.
Really?
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, just wrap up the podcast and wrap up the marathon talk. Me and Mike are probably going to try to run together this one just because we've been training on it the whole time.
Right.
We'll probably try to do like 4 hours and 30 minutes, 4 hours and 45, probably around the same, maybe a little bit less than what we did last time. But it's going to be chill. It's going to be more about just like hanging out and just like smiling and shit. There's going to be a lot of people there. There's like 3,000 runners or something like that. So be a lot
3,000?
Yeah, I think 2,500, something like that.
You're going to be first place? Or?
No, fuck no. Bro, there's guys that are going to do it in like, that's a Boston Marathon qualifier. So there's people that are going to be going for like 2 hours and 30-minute mile marathons, which is like 5-minute miles, the entire 26 miles.
Jesus Christ, bro.
I mean, can you imagine that? What's the fastest mile you've ever run?
I think the fastest mile run was in the Fire Academy. That was like only like 7:15.
Yeah, imagine running 5-minute miles for 26 miles straight. It's crazy.
I'm literally sprinting.
Yeah, that's like a full-on sprint. I mean, the world record is like 2 hours.
Really?
Flat, which is like 4-minute miles the entire time.
Yes.
People are crazy. But all right, bro, I'm gonna wrap up the podcast. I want you to get the fuck out of my house. So, thank you guys for listening. It's been a blast. Lawrence, so it was a good time having you on the podcast.
Thanks for having me again, brother.
Anytime, bro. We'll catch you guys on the next podcast. It's been Old School Matt, Lawrence Gensoli.
Peace.
Hey guys, thank you guys for checking out this video. Make sure to go check out all of our other podcasts, Buffalo Barbecues, our Buffalo workouts, and also a slew of other things, including challenges and whatnot. So make sure to check out all of these different things. Thank you guys for watching. I am Old School Matt here, and this is Water Buffalo TM. Peace.